This is Agent Natasha Romanov. I'm in a safe house in an undisclosed location on mission for S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to be in the safe house for 48 hours, and I have been told by Agent Clint Barton that I should entertain myself. He suggested a certain subreddit to me that apparently takes scary stories from the internet but tells them in a Russian fashion. I'm not really sure what it is at all. He told me that I would find it funny. I'm not really sure what he thinks he's doing. He also suggested I make it a drinking game. He wants me to read them out loud in a terrible Russian accent. And he said that every time I laughed, I had to take a drink of vodka because he thinks it's hilarious. So, Barton, where's your vodka? I believe I have found said subreddit. Barton also doesn't believe I actually laugh, so he wants it on video camera as proof. So, here we go. Barton, you're gonna owe me one. Alright, here's one with about 72 upvotes. I'm not sure what the original scary story is, but it looks interesting, so we'll just see. You come home from a hard day of work at glorious Soviet tractor factory. Enter a lounge and drink vodka. Cat sit on top of kitchen table, stare at you. Stupid cat, you say. You look just like Comrade Stalin's fat ugly wife. Early next morning, KGB kick down front door and take you to Siberian gulag for outrageous slur against Comrade Stalin, beautiful wife. In glorious Soviet motherland, even cat can be trained to report to owner for spread discontent and tell lie about senior party members. That's actually not true, for the record. Cat received Order of Lenin medal and senior position in KGB. You receive 30-year hard labor sentence at Soviet re-education camp. Life is just and fair under our beloved leader Stalin. Alright, here's one. Wake up in middle of night for daughter scream and cry like capitalist pig in gulag. Go to grave of daughter, tell her to stop but not helping. Had enough, so start whipping graves on daughter with proud Soviet belt. Still no stop. Call priest to help with insolent ghost daughter. Priest pray to Almighty Conrad Lenin in heaven to exorcise ghost daughter. Then cleanse grave with holy vodka. I hate you, Barton. Still no stop, so case is clear. Priest is capitalist big fraud. Called KGB to arrest priest. Surprise! Turned out ghost daughter was KGB all along, keeping me awake for not building communism midnight. Damn it! Ghost daughter sent fraud priest to gulag, then sent me to gulag for trying to exorcise the KGB. Such is life in Moscow. If you ever let Tony Stark get his hands on these tapes, I will find you. And I will kill you. Man and wife work in glorious Soviet tractor factory. One day, they get tired from building communism, so go into city to stand in bread line. They hire a babysitter to watch over children for night. Babysitter left with children in proud Soviet home. Tell parents, we'll take good care. Father get call from babysitter after a few hours. Babysitter tell father that children reading marks like good Soviets, but the room is drafty because there are no windows. Asks father if okay to move children to parents' room to read marks. Father says okay, but babysitter have one final request. She asks if she cover up Lenin statue in room because it is frightening her. Father drop phone, short of foreign gloves. Then tell babysitter, take children and get out of house. We do not have Lenin statue. Mother and father race home to find KGB at house. KGB arrest babysitter for finding Lenin statue frightening, then arrest parents for not having Lenin statue. Such is life in Moscow. That doesn't count. The shortest socialist story. Last comrade in motherland sat alone in the room. There was knock on door. Was KGB. KGB is forever. This one is a retelling of Bloody Mary, which is actually very funny and well done. Vitaly is working triple shift at factory when Comrade Sergei tells the story of Bloody Maryuzia. Says look in the mirror and say Bloody Maryuzia 3 times. Legend says she will climb from mirror screaming and kill you with knife and drink all your vodka. Vitaly finished working to walk home to
Try Bloody Marussia trick. Vitaly get home and remember he is too poor to afford beer. Such is life in Moscow. Be me and fellow comrade, spending cold Russian night alone in our shack. Then we start huddling together for warmth, but telegram boy knock on door. I open door and find no one there, so I shout, "Who's telegram?" Then KGB bursts in the doorway and shoved me on ground. I sent to Gulag for yelling. KGB everywhere, even in the telegram. Such is life in Moscow. Comrade feel alone and no one cook food since mother sent to Gulag. Use talk roulette on internet to meet future wife. Go to future wife in block 167E to find KGB and no wife. KGB make take seat. Seat is electric chair. Comrade die of starvation before power turn on. Such is life in Moscow. Don't let Steve Rogers see this tape. I don't know if I can take another stern, sad look in his eyes. Clint, his eyes were so blue. I marched back into the room in eerily little light to hear slight scratching noise. I assumed it was dirty capitalist speak trying to corrupt me. I turned off light and jumped to safety of my bed. I put on the radio to listen to great Bolshevik speech from Comrade Lenin. As eyes adjusted to the darkness, I saw that the great Soviet door of closet was slightly open. I tried forget it and go to sleep. Somehow I couldn't get that of great Soviet door out of head. I got up and pushed closet door shut. To horror, it pushed back. It was KGB who monitored my Soviet behavior. KGB knows I ignored great Bolshevik speech and sent me to gulags for assuming me as filthy Menshevik. Such is life in Moscow. Oh no. No, I'm doing your thing. The thing that you wanted me to... I'm doing it. What? Maybe? You know who has great arms? You know who has great arms? Clint. Shh. Clint. Thor. Thor has some really great arms. No, I'm not saying yours are bad. No, I'm just saying that, you know, if I had to pick arms, I would pick Thor's. Comrade decided to take a walk in Siberian wood. He drank vodka to keep warm when suddenly sees shadow of man. Smart comrade knows it is capitalist with suit and beats swine with power of Russian bear. Brings capitalist spy to KGB. KGB congratulate and shoot for walking when there is work for glorious Mother Russia. Such is life in Moscow. I am not drunk, Stark. I am bored in a safe house. No. Filthy capitalist pig. No, I didn't call you a pig. It's a joke. Tony, he hung up on me. You know who won't hang up on you? Steve Rogers won't hang up on me. Steve Rogers is a good man. He's a hell of a guy. He's up. Steve? Hey! I wanted to call and tell you that you are very good looking. No, I'm not drunk. No. Don't hang up on me. Captain America wouldn't hang up on a girl. Are you still in for pizza night next Friday? Hey, did you ever go out with Sharon? What was it like? Well, that's good. That's great. No, Clint's fine. You dared me to do this thing, Steve. It's on Reddit, and it's so unbelievably stupid. It's these Russian scary stories, and they're so stupid. Steve, they're so dumb. Yeah, I miss you too. Thanks. He went on a date with Sharon. And they went to Five Guys Burgers and Fries because Steve Rogers still thinks that taking a girl out for a burger and a milkshake qualifies as a date. I'm gonna work on that guy. Old Soviet woman is leaving Moscow. One day she received phone call. It's strange because old woman have no phone. Phone say, "I am the Viper. I will be there soon." Old woman frightened. Phone ring again. "I am the Viper. I will be there in an hour." Old man frightened. She have no visitors. Too busy a Soviet citizen to receive visitors. She call KGB. There is knock on door. Old woman opens door. Is little old man. Old man say, I am the window viper. I wish to wash and wipe the windows. She realized it is German man who has accent to make W sound like V. Old woman retrieve her glorious state-issued Kalashnikov rifle. Old woman shoot old man for being a Nazi. Once I hear story about girl in Chapligan. She was asleep in her bed when she feel lick on her hand. She thinks it is dog and goes to sleep. Next morning she finds note on dresser with dead head dog. It says, comrades can lick too. She scream. Father come upstairs, take belt off, beat her. Moral of story is, daughter should not yell in house like peasant. House is not Siberian, big sigh. I worry daughter will never find good Russian husband. Nailed it. Big city Soviet from Moscow. Go camping in Siberia with comrades from glorious capital of motherland. No campfire is too cold and snow. Drink vodka to keep warm. Hear noises around campsite. Comrade says his man-goat who was mutated from nuclear bomb radiation. Legend is man-goat is dirty capitalist. Dark shape walks out of woods. Shoot at it with master weapon. Avtomat Kalashnikova 47. Is man-goat. Wounded bullet. Take pity on man-goat. Share rest of vodka like true Soviets. But in Siberia, I'll freeze to death. American vodka is vile. Fuck you, Clint. And your shoulders.